American Airlines stock, this has got to be one of the worst hit companies in the stock market. Just 1 month ago, everything was looking all nice and rosy. The stock was $30 a share, the economy was at all-time highs, people had spare money, and they were looking to travel. But then, well, you all know what happened. A massive illness swept throughout the world, countries got put on lockdown, and no one wanted or was really allowed to travel. This hit airline industries ridiculously hard. One of the worst ones was a stock called American Airlines. It went down from $30.50 per share to $9. Now, this leaves us investors with one question on our mind. Is American Airlines a buy at such a cheap price? Now, the very first thing that we need to do as investors is get our head around the company. What is it that the company actually does? How does it make money? As Warren Buffett's first principle to investing goes, you must be able to understand the company that you invest in. If you don't understand it, how are you going to have an advantage over other investors? How will you know if the price goes down to buy more or not? Anyway, you get my point. So American Airlines is an airline company. Surprise. They make money by selling plane tickets and flying people around the world. They own 2 airlines. One is American Airlines and 2 is US Airways Corp. And together they form the largest airline in the world. They have more than 6,700 daily flights to 350 locations in 56 countries worldwide. They have about $40 billion in operating revenue, over 100,000 employees, and plans to take delivery of 607 new aircraft. It's an absolutely massive company, but not so much in the current market conditions. As you all know, no one is flying anywhere these days, we're just staying at home. So this means no revenue for American Airlines. But they're getting no revenue, they're getting no cash flow, but they've still got expenses. They still have employees. They still have $33 billion worth of debt to pay. And this accumulates interest. And this just basically tumbles in on itself, and it's the reason why the stock has crashed. But that does leave the question, is it a buy? And for those who don't know, I do have a degree in finance and accounting. I know how to read a balance sheet. And this skill is absolutely vital when it comes to buying these types of stocks that have been crushed. And I gotta say, I've got some bad news. Looking at the balance sheet, it's an absolute mess. So, why do I say this? Well, first of all, because most of their assets, no one wants to buy. If we look at their property, plants, and equipment, they have $62 billion worth of it. But who would buy their property, plant, and equipment? The airplanes, the airports. It's not exactly a thing in demand. It's not like a car where heaps of people want to buy cars. Airplanes, let's just say, they're not so much in demand. And then, if we look at their liabilities, we can see that they owe an absolute ton of money. They've got current debts that they need to pay here. They've got accounts payable here, accrued liabilities, deferred revenue, other current liabilities, long-term debt. That's $21.5 billion. And if you actually do the math, they have more liabilities, things that they owe, than assets, things that they own. So they actually have negative stockholder equity. That's very rare and very bad. So they're going to need a miracle for them to get up and running again. We're going to need to see the economy running up again quick. We're going to need to see people back traveling quick as well. We need things to start picking up. We need government bailouts for American Airlines to have any hope. So unless you have really unique inside knowledge into the stock, I would personally be avoiding this stock. Yes, you may get lucky or you may get some inside knowledge, but yes, I'm staying away from this stock with its 10-foot pole. I don't care that it's only selling for $9 a share. When you look at the financials, it's appalling. If you did want to enter into the airline industry, I'd personally be a lot more inclined to buy the stocks that Buffett owns, the likes of Delta and Southwest Airlines. But even then, I'd still be waiting. I'm the type of guy who wants to see the light at the end of the tunnel before I invest. When I see people start to want to travel again, when I see people slowly opening businesses again and the economy picking up, that's when I'd be more inclined to invest in airline stocks. But American Airlines would not be my company of choice.